Hello and welcome. My name is Oral Chambers. I am looking forward to sharing with you the awesome and exciting Negril and South Coast resort areas. I am your BDM for the Eastern and Northern Ontario. Happy to be part of this team and looking forward to sharing with you some look and feel of these resort areas. So just in case you thought you know Negril and the South Coast, think again. Before we start, I want to show you one of our campaign videos that is actually making the circulation out there so you know what's hitting your consumers in this space. Here we go.
Jamaica has mountains. It's hot. It's luxurious. It's adventurous. It's mysterious. It's obvious. It's relaxing. It's world famous, but it's down to earth too. That's Jamaica. The vibe. It's a vacation. Come and see for yourself.
Yeah, man. And that's what we're talking about. Doesn't that video just pull you in and definitely want to make you visit Jamaica? Of course it does. Let me introduce you to our super team representing Jamaica Tourist Board here in Canada. 9 amazing people heading up operations here. And of course, we are responsible for giving you all the information that you need, organizing all the events that are Jamaica based, and of course, just engaging you and making you aware of all things Jamaica all the time. So, yeah, man, that is our super team right there heading up JTB Canada. So we want to talk about our flights. Certainly you must know about your legacy carriers, but just to pinpoint where they all go, of course, Flair Airlines and Caribbean Airlines are the only two that will fly nonstop into Kingston from Toronto. Everybody else, Sunwing, Air Canada, Air Transat, WestJet are going to go into Montego Bay just to make you aware, just to keep you updated. And yes, we are still maintaining decent enough lift into the island, and we are happy about that. So I urge you to continue to sell those flights, get those people to Jamaica, of course. How to get into Jamaica? What are the requirements in terms of immigration? Every Canadian needs a valid passport. All right, so if you are a permanent resident, not yet a citizen, you still will need the valid passport of the country of citizenship. All right, so just you can advise your clients of that. Also, it is certainly good to have these documents updated and valid at least 6 months prior to departure. Correct? So we certainly recommend that the passports are valid up to 6 months prior to departure. But yes, Canadian citizens, no visas required, and passport holders, PR or permanent resident who have a valid passport of their home country certainly are welcome, and we're happy to have you in Destination Jamaica. Some time ago, we launched our Immigration and Customs form or C5 form. Just remember, this is FREE. There is no cost to doing this. And we certainly urge that you do this before arrival, and this is to be done for all passengers traveling. So everybody, both young and old, everybody needs to complete a form, immigration and customs form prior to landing in Jamaica. Remember, this is mandatory, so it has to be done. If it's not done prior to, you're gonna have to get it done at the airport, which could cause some delay. So please encourage your clients to complete these forms ahead of time. It can be done up to 30 days ahead of time. We want to talk a little bit about our airports. Montego Bay, of course, our largest international airport on Ireland. We do also have our other international airport, which is Kingston, and fairly new is the Ian Fleming International Airport out there in Ocho Rios. So, as you know, we're going to jump into what are some of the new things that we are implementing at these airports. Certainly for the Montego Bay Airport, we are looking at implementing some of our e-gates, which make our lives much more seamless for people to just pass through, give more options for people to access the airport and access immigration and customs, facial recognition, smooth passenger flow, and of course, certainly reduce wait times is what we're aiming for because, as you know, Jamaica is definitely popular and in high demand. So people coming in want to be passed through as easily as possible. That's the Sangster International Airport for you. Another way to really get whisked through immigration and customs is the world famous Club Mobile arrival and departure services. Just to be mindful as well, this service is also available in Kingston Airport, but of course, certainly much more used in Montego Bay. So we do have airport lounges. What you're seeing in the shot here is a shot of your departure lounge. That's on the way coming back. When people are coming back out, they have access to the Splush Lounge, free Wi-Fi, open bar, and just an awesome space to just relax as a good touch point on their way back home. Okay, coming in, there is also an arrival lounge inside the transportation hall. But more importantly, this service, your clients get met pretty much at the plane door and escorted through immigration and customs seamlessly. And that's what we want for your clients to really enjoy when they come into the destination. The meet and greet service, as I just mentioned, you are escorted seamlessly. You do get to save a taste of really good Jamaican food. I mean, I can swear by that red pea soup and that pumpkin soup. It's very, very good. And of course, light snacks and beverages in the arrival lounge before your clients get to go to for their transportation to their respective hotels. Certainly recommend, highly recommend that you book way ahead of time to avoid disappointments. As much as a good of a service it is, it's certainly going to be limited because the demand is so high. So certainly set this up for your clients way ahead of time as much as possible. How do people get around an island? Easy. Big buses, big vans, small vans. Yes, and even small airplanes. So we do have Jam Airlink Express that is based in Montego Bay, but has small airport connections in Kingston, in Ocho Rios, in Negril, and even on the South Coast. So if you have clients who, have a little bit more to spend, don't necessarily want to do the driving. For example, let's say they're still staying in the South Coast on Negril, flying into Montego Bay, they can take another puddle jumper, as we call it, to jump from Montego Bay into the South Coast or into an aerodrome in Negril. 20 minutes and they're there. Outside of that, your luxury vans and your luxury buses, that the drivers are also happy to take your clients down. No pressure, no problem. Here is a map of Jamaica, of course, with where the airports are located. So you can see the Sangster International and Ian Fleming in Ocho Rios are both on the north coast, west and east respectively, and the Norman Marley International Airport is on the south coast in Kingston. Now, the south coast in Kingston Airport, that actually connects the Ocho Rios area because it's the same drive time, believe it or not, from Montego Bay to Ocho Rios as it is from Kingston to Ocho Rios, now via that highway. So if you do have clients staying in the Ocho Rios area, it's good to look at an option going into Kingston to see what the price points come out at and what the schedules come out at. And of course, they can get the transfers going into Ocho Rios area just the same from Kingston. What type of hotels are in Jamaica? All varying types. Of course, we find that villas are extremely popular now these days. Of course, apartment houses, guest houses, definitely your all-inclusives are a must-do, certainly from Canada. And in your e-brochure, this you can also access on your Maple Leaf room, which I'll talk about a little later. But if you do get a visitor's guide or general information guide, you'll have a map in the middle of it, and that at the base of that map, you will see a list of all the resorts and where they can be found in the different parishes in Jamaica. Pickleball, one of the world's fastest growing sports, and certainly our hotels and resorts in Jamaica are catching on and have caught on, have built and included facilities to accommodate pickleball. And here is a list of some of them, all the family properties and also all the adult-only properties that have an organized pickleball for your clients. So think about doing a pickleball group to Jamaica and look at some of these resorts that your clients can really enjoy while they're there. So yeah, man, very, very active. And we are certainly making the offerings and the options for your clients available. Jumping over to Negril, which is our capital of casual, home to the 7 Mile Beach, of course, home to some amazing sunsets. And it does have a two-part series to it. So you have the 7 Mile Beach area, then you have the West End area, which is a whole different profile. So what I'm going to do now is show you a nice little video that captures the real essence of Negril, I think. So you can really see that Negril has so much on offer. So here we go.
Eyes like the sunrise, my bright and my bright, no one can touch my eyes. They no fear who I fight, I know I'm inside, I'm on a higher height. You can say what you want to and do what you want to, it's no concern to me. I'm a more vision, me take on my own mission to rule my destiny. Oh, it's my day to do anything I want to. It's my time, and I'll use it any way I want to. It's my life, and I'm responsible for every action. It's all mine, my day, my time, my life. I beg you, sit up, give me some reason, and don't make mistakes. I'm in a different things, moving on my way. Don't have me like the past, nothing can go wrong. This one is just wrong. Look away your troubles, look away your worries, help me sing along. Oh, it's my way to do anything I want to. It's my time, and I'll use it any way I want to. It's my life, and I'm responsible for every action. It's all mine, my day, my time, my life out there.
Yeah, man, how amazing is that? I tell you, Negril is so amazing and has so much on offer. And it's a lot of it is just like hidden gems. So definitely whenever you send your clients, try to have them go out and explore Negril a little bit more. Even when you yourself come to Negril, try and go out and explore that resort area so much and so more. So here's some aerial shots of Bloody Bay and Long Bay. And you can see just how expansive the Negril area is and how expansive that beach is. On the bottom right, you see the Negril River running into the sea off to the sides there. And there are even some opportunities for excursions there because there is a couple of excursions that are done on that river. But you can just see how beautiful and gorgeous and laid back that whole area of Negril is in this picture. I did talk about some of the West End and what it has to offer in Negril. Here in this shot is a picture of some of the rooms and features of the Caves Resort. So this is the only adult-only inclusive property, all-inclusive property on the West End. So it's all-inclusive and it's also adult-only. It's the only one of its kind around on the West End. In the top left-hand corner is one of the highlighted features, which is a cave dining experience. So yes, your honeymooners or just your couple celebrating anything, or even if they're not celebrating anything, just celebrating life, they can book an authentic cave dining experience at the caves. Now, this is a very popular thing to do, and it doesn't have to be people who are staying on property. People who are staying off property can also book this and really enjoy that candlelit cave dining experience. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, so look in your favorite vendor profile if you can find the caves, and of course offer it to your clients as well as an option on the West End in Negril. No, it's not situated on a beach, as you can see. It's pretty much up on some rocky cliffs and so, but there are areas that are swimmable, and of course the 7 Mile Beach is just about 5 to 10 minutes away by transfer, so it's also easy and accessible. Also featuring another option on the West End called the Cliff Hotel. And this is almost just like a secretly hidden paradise around there on the West End. Very sophisticated in terms of its layout, but also very modern and really has a fantastic type of profile that your higher end clients can really enjoy. This is one of those properties that also is open to doing buyouts because it's just about 30 to 40 villas over here. So think about your destination, your smaller destination weddings or your smaller family reunions or incentive group travel. They can buy out this property, have it to their own. Fantastic food, also on the cliff's edge, but there are swimmable areas and areas to access the ocean from off of these cliffs as well. But just an awesome, awesome property around there. Then we want to talk about our Sandy Bay property. Now, this one is actually on the 7 Mile Beach and just an awesome, fantastic EP hotel where I would highly, highly, highly recommend. So for your clients looking for a little bit more laid back, a little bit more boutique type of vibe, with really good food, authentic service, and just a genuine hospitality, the Sandy Haven is also a fantastic little gem. And it's also right there on 7 Mile Beach, so easy, easy access to the beach. What to do in Negril? Some of this was featured in the videos that I just showed, but you can have access to the Jam West Adventure Park just about 40 to 45 minutes from the Negril proper area. Does have pools, it does have ATV, zip lining, horseback riding. Yes, you can even get a car and race around a racetrack or do some drag racing there as well. Just a facility that is just brimming with a lot of activities. So again, if you are in the Negril area, go and check out Jam West. If you are sending clients, recommend that they check Jam West out. They also have a nature trail for those who are nature lovers and want to learn about the flora and fauna. There is a truck that takes you through the bushes and on a little trail, and of course, there's a guide there who is extremely knowledgeable. So this is a fantastic experience in the Negril area. So on your top left there, that's me jumping off of the cliff in Negril. And if you're wondering or concerned about my safety, no, I did not hit that rock below there. I skillfully maneuvered my way around it and then landed feet first in the lagoon below. Yeah, man. So you're looking at a shot of Rick's Cafe, world famous and one of the world's coolest bars. You can get there by catamaran, as you can see, and you can also get there by transport and from anywhere, really. That time of the day when the sun sets is when it's mostly crowded and when most people are there. Anywhere between 5 and 5:30 p.m. Jamaica time is when you find people just flocking to the grill because at that point there, it's just a gorgeous shot of the sun dipping into that Caribbean Sea. And of course, people capture that. There's a huge photo frame on the edge of one of those cliffs that you can stand in, have the sun set in the background. It's just really a magnificent, magnificent time. And of course, the red stripe is flowing, the jerk chicken is flowing, and there's usually live entertainment here as well to keep the vibe going as well. So yeah, man, Rick's Cafe, fantastic option to look at. Another dining option, the Pushcart Restaurant, very tasty, and I can tell you, authentic Jamaican vibe, authentic Jamaican cooking, authentic Jamaican food. This is right beside the Rock House Hotel. Again, don't have to be a guest of the hotel to dine here. So again, next time you're in the Negril, go around to the West End and check out the Pushcart Restaurant for some authentic Jamaican delights. You won't regret it. Thank me later. Yeah, so also looking at some other option dining settings at the Pushcart restaurant, but this one is the Ivan's Bar, which is another option on the West End. attached to the Extabi Hotel. Again, don't have to be a guest at the hotel to dine here. This is what a lot of people love about Negril. I mean, they have a lot of off-site and off-property restaurant or even restaurants attached to properties that anybody can access. So Ivan's also another amazing option. Cliff edge dining, authentic Jamaican food, authentic Jamaican service, and just another fantastic option right there in Negril. And guess what? Italian Jamaican cuisine right at you. Of course, why not? Yeah, man, always say out of many one people. So yeah, man, you can have your Italian Jamaican fusion also in the Negril area, also on the West End, jerk, lobster with Parmesan, you name it. Lobster pizza, you name it. We do it with fusion, of course. Very, very tasty. So check this out next time you're in Jamaica to really enjoy. Enjoyed the grill? Yeah, man, I bet you didn't know some other stuff. All right, so here we go. Running over to the South Coast, we are now talking about rustic. We're talking about naturally beautiful. This is home to the world famous Appleton Estate rum. Also home to the world famous Floyd's Pelican Bar, and also home to the amazing and picturesque YS Falls. So, as usual, check this video out on the South Coast. Yeah, man, the vibe is just right on the South Coast, I tell you. I mean, just a laid back, relaxing type of experience. In short, now we are talking about Jake's, one of our established resorts partners on the South Coast, and they offer what we call an amazing, authentic experience. I've sat in one of those wooden chairs before and had a cup of Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, and I can tell you it was one of the best experiences. Just a simple thing like that. Just because of how the South Coast pulls you. I mean, just the sound and the rush of the waves coming in. Addition to that, behind those chairs is actually a saltwater pool supplied by the sea coming into there. So there you go. And so rustic, no TVs in the room. Every single villas have their own personality. So you really get to just float away in time and really have an authentic, rustic, laid-back experience as only Jake's and Jamaica can offer. I did mention Appleton Estate Rum. There is an option to do an Appleton Estate tour. Of course, you get to tour the distillery, you get to tour the aging house, you get to go into a small mini theater to learn about the history of Jamaica from a rum perspective. And of course, you get to try all different types of byproducts of rum and certainly get to taste rum itself and certainly get to buy your rum and your rum products as well. So a fantastic, phenomenal experience as well that I highly recommend. I did talk a little bit about the YS Falls. I want to show you a little video that shows you about the expanse and, of course, the amazing experiences that is there to be had at the YS Falls. Run it. Yeah, man. Hope you weren't watching that at lunchtime because if you were, just pretend you didn't see that plate of delicious jerk chicken. All right. But yeah, so Wyeth Falls, you can do a tour with lunch included, and you can climb up on the boardwalk to the side, swing off into the river. There is a pool there that's also river fed, so you still get to enjoy the amazing rejuvenated crystal clear waters of the Wyeth River and all the expanse around it. So fantastic option. Here we are looking at one of our restaurants on the South Coast. I believe this is a Jack Sprat restaurant. Yeah, man, authentic, but certainly based mostly more seafood based. And I can tell you some of the best type of seafood that you can have down on the South Coast in St. Elizabeth. Of course, the south of the island is what we call our breadbasket. So a lot of our food is grown there naturally. So of course, you're gonna have vendors every step you take. Of course, you can get your coffee, you can get your jelly, your ackee, your carrots, your fresh fruits that come from our trees, and of course our fresh ground produce as well. So most of our food actually is grown and produced in this area of the land. So just so you know, the food is fantastic. And you can do even farm to table experiences down here that are also just take experiences to another level. All right. How do we become Jamaica Travel Specialists? I hope you already are. If not, it's www.oneloverewards.com. That's going to get you to your profile page where you can create a profile, add a password, and bam, you are in. But also complete your general course and your wedding specialist course to become a Jamaica Travel Specialist and get your graduation certificate. What are the benefits? Benefits like no other Caribbean island would offer you your complimentary JTV meet and assist for you and a partner or a companion if they're traveling with you. We will meet you and escort you through immigration and customs, just in case you can't get Club Mobile. Of course, and that service is free. Don't have an access to a Club Mobile lounge in the arrival lounge, but regardless, what you would really want to be interested in is being seamlessly escorted through immigration and customs. There is a destination wedding benefit for your clients now. So if your clients are coming in on a destination wedding and parents and of the bride and groom are traveling with them on the same flight, they can also get met and escorted through immigration and customs, just in case, again, Club Mobile is sold out. You do have access to your independent site inspection. So if you're on island, want to see some property, we'll be happy to show you same. You do get 50% discount off Club Mobile as well. So just so you can know that you can use that. Your reference page is your Maple Leaf room. How do you access that? Visit jamaica.com/Canada. Of course, so any engagement that we have, whether it's contests, whether it's seminars, events, whether you want to schedule a service or an appointment with your BDM, whether you want to register for a destination training, whether you want to register for a farm, you need to go to your Maple Leaf room to access all of these engagements and all of these benefits. You hear that? Yeah, so training opportunities like the Jamaica Training University every last Thursday of the month is when we do this. There's a 10 a.m. time, there's a 3 p.m. time, and it's offered in English and in French. So we cover all the bases to get you that knowledge that you need to know about Jamaica. Yeah, so highly implore you, become a Jamaica Travel Specialist, keep learning, keep engaged, keep sharp, keep aware, and your amazing sales team, headed up by the awesome Mr. Dan Hamilton, Raquel and myself, who split Ontario, East and West, and also our colleague up there in Montreal covers Quebec and Atlantic Canada, and my awesome colleague over there also in the West, Cedrica Francis, covers everything Western in terms of Canada for Destination Jamaica. So we are here to help and support you. Feel free to reach out to any one of us if you need anything else. Anything in this video that you need follow up on, feel free to ask any one of us or feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. In the meantime, in between time, thank you for joining, thank you for learning, and thank you for wanting to know more about Destination Jamaica. What good, one love, and remember, keep selling Jamaica.